welcome to my channel, Project Witchcraft. Today's video was supposed to be a Mod Podge collage, but I ran into some trouble with it, and what I wanted to do wasn't actually going to work. So I decided to do a fall decor video instead. So today I will be doing 3 projects. You'll find out what they are later. They turned out pretty decent, and I'm actually kind of happy that I did switch. And yeah. This right here is just a layout of the projects that I want to complete for this video. So we have like a painting with some crafty stuff because I'm not a painter. We have a owl planter and then a stuffed gnome. So I'm going through my sketchbook, and I've already started drawing some gnomes because I think they're adorable. And yeah, I have some ideas sketched out, and I'll pick one, and then I am drawing it out on the canvas. This guy looks a little weird compared to my drawing. I don't know how I feel about him, but okay, we'll go with it. I really wanted a watercolor background, and instead of using the koi watercolors like I've done in past videos, I said before that I've had problems with them and that I get more of what I'm expecting out of like the watercolors in a tube. So that's what I'm using here, except my reds did not come out as red, they came out as pink, but I'm like, whatever, still looks good, still fall-ish enough for me. So after completing this, I definitely say that it's this is mostly looking how I wanted, and I'm expecting to get this out of these watercolors. So I think my problem is actually the koi watercolors and that water brush. So I might be practicing different techniques with them in the future, but I think for now I'm going to for sure stick with the tube watercolors. So I wanted his beard to be grayish, and since this is a fall project, I put in some scents like I did with the Create This Book 2 page. So I put a little bit of clove oil in with this grayish pink paint mixture. So I didn't know this at the time, but my brushes, I'm using the wrong brush. For this video I had to change the place where I videotape because I didn't want to wreck my drawing table. So I'm painting it on the table and I'm sitting it on the floor like I've done in past videos, and I can't see it very well because I'm so low. But I am trying, but I don't realize that it's the paintbrush, the wrong type of paintbrush I'm using. So quickly off camera, I pick up the painting and I use the right paintbrush, and then I put it back. So now I'm mixing some brown for his gnome outfit. With the brown, I mixed both pumpkin scent and clove in it. And I know you can't see it, but I did do it. Needed his shoes and his mitten to be different than his gnomish outfit. So I mixed purple in with the brown, and I paint those like a brownie purple. So for my gnome's hat, after many tests, this is the plaid that I picked. I knew that I couldn't draw or paint plaid because could you imagine me doing that? Anyways, so I picked one from online and I printed it out and glued it so that he has a hat now. And the brown that I painted his gnome outfit in is I'm just not feeling it. It's a little too dark. So I'm mixing up some more brown paint and I'm going to repaint his outfit and then add some highlights with some pencil crayons. And we're just adding in some fall leaves and some acorns. Hopefully hide some of the mistakes I made with them. And off camera, I actually added in some more leaves by his foot so that I hide even more mistakes. Dun, dun, dun. And I added a pom-pom to his hat and like a pipe cleaner rim too. Okie dokie. Next project, the owl paint planter. So I'm going over the planter in the gesso or gesso. I've heard it called both ways. Yeah, I'm going over it in that. So because it's supposed to make it easier for paint to adhere to it. And it already has a glossy surface, so I kind of feel like I need this on there. So I do like 5 coats of this, and then I move on to painting the owl. So we got some brown. This is the same brown that I used on the first coat of my gnome's brown gnome outfit. You know, the one that smells nice. And then I move on to some fall yellow colors, the mustardy, nasty little bit there, some orange, some pink. The pink is watercolor that I used, but I didn't realize that, so we'll be going over that later. And I fill in the rest of the colors off camera just because I needed to stick my hand in there, move it closer, tip it upside down, you know, all that jazz. Alright, so this is starting to look okay now, but we're going to add some gold trimming. His eyebrows are going to be gold. We're going to do gold inside the feathers. Gold, 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 gold everywhere. Quick question. Do owls have eyebrows? Is that what you would call that? Are they? I don't know. These feathers took forever. This was like a long time, and I didn't even do that great of a job. Like, I mean, it looks so good and everything, but I probably could have went slower and did it better. But sometimes I just don't have patience, you know. After I finish the feathers, I move on to the eyes. I fix them, you know, paint them white again, get rid of that stuff from my brush. And then we're going to paint the middle eye black, his nose black, fix some spots. Ooh, and then we bring in the bronzy copperish for his feet, his tails, and his eye color place thing. Touching up on the outside, and then we bring in the Mod Podge, which everybody knows is legit my best friend. And this time it's not matte Mod Podge that I'm using, it's gloss. And then after that, we call the owl done. Finally, we move on to the stuffed gnome. He turns out pretty cute. I didn't get much footage of this just because I had to keep picking it up, moving it off camera and everything, but this is what I did catch. So for his outfit, I'm using my little guy's shirt. I chose to use his shirt because I wanted to keep the gnome as a keepsake, and I thought this would be a good way to keep his shirt. So I am incorporating that into the project, and then I'll always have his shirt, and I won't have to like keep it in a box and put it where nobody else can see it. That foam circle is originally how big I wanted the base to be, but his shirt wasn't big enough to cover that, so I have to cut the base down. And it's a good thing I actually did cut it, because I would not have had enough stuffing to fill this thing. I wanted to use hot glue because I was not touching a sewing machine or sewing this by hand. Sorry, but that's not going to happen. Online, most people used like a wooden ball for his nose, but I changed my project really fast, so I had to use what was lying around, and I did not have that lying around. And I could have used a pom-pom, but none of the pom-poms were really that color. I only had like black and blue and pink, and then smaller white ones and stuff. So I didn't want to use a pom-pom, so I found this scrap piece of fabric that's like a kind of like purpley. So I'm using that for a nose. His nose might get changed later on and when I do find something better, but for now he's gonna have like a oddly shaped purple nose. So for the gnome's hat, I'm using my little guy's sweater. I saved this sweater because I wanted to use it for something crafty. I didn't really necessarily wanted it as a keepsake, but I did want to incorporate it into something crafty. So I kept this sweater. And yeah, it's gonna be his hat. For his beard, I'm using some craft fur. I've had this craft fur laying around for probably like 6 or 7 years now, and I haven't seen it in any stores since I bought it. I got it from Michael's, and yeah, I haven't seen anything anywhere since. So I'm pretty happy that I kept it and didn't use it, but now I would definitely like some more. All in all, I'm pretty happy with this guy. I think he's pretty freaking adorable, and even though he can't stand up, he's still super cute. I'll definitely find somewhere to put him and figure out a way to have him standing up. The pumpkin is not the answer though. So there you have it. 3 projects. We have the owl planter. It's pretty cute. I like how it turned out. I did some touch-ups. When I was editing, I saw a few spots that I missed with the gold, so I went over that. We have my stuffed gnome here. He's so adorable. His nose is gonna have to get fixed though. And the painting. The painting I spent the most time on, and I actually ended up not liking it. But this is the painting. And it smells so delicious, and that's probably like the only thing. And his beard. His beard and the smell are like the only things that I actually enjoy about the painting. Alright, well, thanks for watching. We will see you next week. Next week, for sure, without changes, unless they don't get here, which they will, is going to be Halloween. So I'm going to make a custom witch hat and witch broom for my Halloween costume. Have a good day. Thanks for watching.